strung that out. And in doing so, allowed the pursuit to catch up, therefore negating anything that Brzezinski was trying to get on that play.
Second down, 15 yards to go. Clock winding with 10:15 left. Motion by Gabe August and Storino to throw. August is there, grabs it, hauls it in at the 31. And he stays inbounds with the football, thus running the clock further. Eric Day was over in the coverage, but it's a pickup of about 11. It'll be 3rd and 4.
Chris, that was a slow developing play. For a minute, it looked like it wasn't about to do anything at all. He rolls out to his left, and August just run. It's a flat pattern. Takes it out to the flat. And because of his position, he has, unless the ball is underthrown, there's no way for the defensive player to get at the football.
Reno back to pass, swing pass out to the right side. Brzezinski, the intended receiver, coming out of the backfield with that flare, but it's incomplete. And now Bethel Park faces 4th down and almost 5 yards to go. 9:20 left in the football game. 24 is Josh Albright, and he bangs this one away. And it'll be taken by Schaefer, bobbled, but then he recovered at the 38-yard line, where it'll be 1st down and 10. Wireless communications for the Health America High School Game of the Week are provided by Viewpoint Production Services. Viewpoint specializes in rental equipment for the broadcast industry, including cameras, lighting, and remote packages. So if your next video project calls for professional equipment, give the pros at Viewpoint a call. Now let's get down to the sidelines. Keith James with a 14-6 score, still on the board, Keith.
Boy, I'll tell you, these two communities side by side are really battling it out with their vocal cords as well. There's a couple of thousand fans over on the Upper St. Clair side of things. And, of course, I don't know, there must be about 82,000 fans here on the Bethel Park side, including some of these handsome guys up there. Look at it. There you go. There, and his mom is proud. There's no question. We talk about being in need of an acne cream.
I wonder how many days it takes that stuff to come off. That's what I'd like to know.
What stuff?
Hey, that's fan support.
You better believe it.
I see a yellow hanky out here.
Yeah, that pass by Acabando didn't get close to anybody, and the penalty flag, as Craig mentioned.
Well, Upper St. Clair moved back, so it's against Upper St. Clair on this.
Hey, while we have a stoppage here, I want to send best wishes to John Del Pizzo and Marianne Del Pizzo up at Dell's Restaurant and Bar in Bloomfield. They are watching the Health America High School Football Game of the Week up there on Liberty Avenue right off the Bloomfield Bridge. So we want to send a special hello out to those folks and all their patrons at Dell's. .9:08 to play. Upper St. Clair with the football. Acamando with a rollout. And the receiver, Schaefer, fell down. He was on his knees at the 37-yard line when the ball came up. Now back to Keith again.
Hey, nothing but smiling fun here on the Bethel Park sideline with some of their cheerleaders wearing the orange and black. What's your name?
Robin Fleckenstein.
And over here?
Amy Paizola.
Okay, and over here?
Lauren Zanardelli.
And very quickly, your name?
Raya Garrity.
Okay, ladies are all smiling. I got to tell you this. I found this over here. What, do you have any idea what these are?
It's a Bethette tassel thing, not a cheerleader thing.
Okay, it's not a cheerleader thing, so you can take it back to the Bethettes. Is that what they're called?
Right, yeah.
Okay, all right. I'll sell it back to you for $7.
Pass.
All right, well, it's mine. There you go. I got a souvenir from tonight's game. Girls, say hi to Mom. Say hi.
Panthers with the football on 2nd down and long. Sajansky trying to run it around the left side corner, and he'll find a few yards, and that's it. And another flag comes flying.
It's starting to get sloppy here now, Chris. It was delayed handoff, delayed draw, taken to the left side. Right now, Upper St. Clair is pointing against Bethel Park. It appears it could be against Bethel Park.
It's going to be a big one.
That's a big one. Whereas they would have had Upper St. Clair pinned back at 3rd down and probably about 24 or so. Now it appears it's going to be 2nd down. Second down and about 6.
Bethel Park with a 14-6 lead over Upper St. Clair. Touchdowns for the Park by Josh Albright.
Second down.
So we get the call from the official. Josh Albright with a 4-yard reception from Tim Storino. And then Doug Dilla returned a fumble, 37 yards for a touchdown. Both those in the first half. 3:37 to go in the first half. Ron Blue with a 1-yard touchdown catch from Accomando. And Upper St. Clair missed the point after. We are still at a 14-6 score. Bethel Park in the lead as we go back down to the sidelines again. Dr. James?
It is time for me to file my Health America High School football complaint. Down here in the sidelines, wackiness, I'm tripping over things. Look, life down here is for the birds, but for Chris Shevlin and Mr. Craig Bingham, the former Steeler, it is the lap of luxury way up there. Look at them. You guys, it's probably catered. There's probably shrimp up there. Look, 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 he has imported beverages, Craig.
Nowhere to go for the quarterback, Accomando, that time, and Bethel Park's defense just swarmed in on him. Excellent play by Nate Baston, the nose guard.
Chris, great defense. There was nowhere for him to go on this. He's rolling out, looking deep, and there's nowhere for him to go.
Baston and Mike Salduti team up to bring him down. And he was flushed out of there by Seb Corradetti, so total team defense. It is 3rd down and 20 for Upper St. Clair. 2 wideouts to the right side and a wide split in the backfield behind the quarterback. And Accomando will try to throw. Flushed out again. He will throw to the sideline. It's incomplete. A short pass that time, and he was just trying to get rid of it. Bredzinski was covering the receiver, the intended man on the play, Matt Moritz, right in front of the Bethel Park bench.
I tell you, Chris, Bethel Park's defensive line, Saldud, Cordetti, and company, we'll say and company, they were just teeing off. They're looking at it. It's 3rd down and long. They know it's an obvious passing situation. It's just a matter of, will Accomando roll out or would it be a straight drop back pass? In this case, he rolled out. There was still nothing there.
John Hosler bangs one away and is got by Angelisi. He's going to come to the near sideline. And Angelisi is rope tackled on the play. Grabbing him by the shoulders, Ron Blue, the man who scored Upper St. Clair's only touchdown in this game. And Bethel Park with the ball back. Now the clock is starting to become a factor in this ball game with 7:22 to play. And Bethel holding a 14-6 lead over neighboring Upper St. Clair.
If Bethel Park can hold the ball here for a couple of first downs, that will eat up at least, say, 2-3 minutes off the clock. You know, run a few run plays on it, not so much look to go to the air. Run plays, as we talked about before, will definitely chew up time off the clock.
Tim Storino takes the snap, gives off, and they will run the football. And a lot of banging going on as Bredzinski comes to the near side. Mike Bredzinski, he has been the workhorse here, 5'11", 180, a junior for Bethel Park. He picks up a little more than 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd down, a short 5 to go for the Blackhawks with 7:16 left. That time he ran the ball out of bounds, so the clock is stopped.
That's a down. That was a downside on that play. He ran the ball. He got forced out of bounds, and that stopped the clock. In this case, what they need to do is be able to keep the ball running, but keep it in bounds.
Now the run straight up the middle this time to the fullback. Not much room for Hutchison as again we go down to Keith James.
Guys, I want you to think about this with 7 minutes remaining in this game. Here's a strange, maybe a strange factor. The dew's getting pretty heavy. I don't know if you could see it, There's moisture on this grass. It's getting a little slippery. Watch the footwork. It could make a difference as we head down to the final 7 minutes of this tight football game.
That's a good point, Keith.
Well, of course it is. What do you think they're paying me for? What do you think I'm doing down here? Sampling the popcorn? Hey, wait a minute. That's not a bad idea.
3rd down and short for Bethel Park, and the Blackhawks want to call a timeout with 6:31 to play. They're up by 8 points. They want to control the football the rest of the way if they can. And Storino did the wise thing. A little confusion there, so he stopped it.
Stop the clock, make sure that everyone's on the same page. Coach brings the whole offensive team to the sidelines. It's 3rd and short, 3rd and about 2 yards. This is a critical play here in this series, actually in this game, because if Bethel Park is able to maintain possession of this football, they've already eaten up at least a minute off the clock. They get, maintain possession here. They can eat it up for a couple more minutes. Before you know it, Upper St. Clair is left, not with a whole lot of time left on the clock.
Brzezinski.
Craig, I believe I read in the Post-Gazette this morning, I think it was in Mike White's article about this game and the thumbnail sketch of this game, that Bethel Park hasn't beaten Upper St. Clair since 1985. So not only is Bethel trying to stop USC's streak, but they're also trying to bring a little victory here and a big bunch of bragging rights back to Bethel.
Oh, I'm sure. And I'll tell you what, you may have complete pandemonium here in the stadium. Bethel Park is able to pull this game out.
And I think that streak,
because these fans are sitting on their edge of the seat. They're looking at it and saying, we are close. We are close. Let's see if we can finish this off.
Blitz coming. Brzezinski gets the handoff, and he is drilled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of about 3 yards.
That Panther defense said no way, huh?
Tell you what, Upper St. Clair is not going to go quiet.
No, they're not going to go quietly. But you know what's kind of interesting? At the end of that play, Brzezinski is looking as if it was a complete surprise that he got the ball. So it appeared as though, in spite of the timeout, they were not all on the same page.
Albright, yes, he will punt the football down the field. And Upper St. Clair will have it back at its 31-yard line. Josh Albright getting that ball down there with 5:50 left in the football game. Still, one score separates these two teams, and may I add, not only the one score, but that 2-point conversion, very critical because of that missed extra point early on in the game.
Absolutely. Chris, there's still a lot of time left on the clock. If Bethel Park's defense is able to hold here, then we could might be fair to say that this game could in fact be over.
As we have seen in this game of football, anything can happen at just about any time.
At any time, as was the case last week with Upper St. Clair pulling out at the very end.
Now a pass out to the right side, and it is incomplete. Intended for Sajansky that time, and Nick Hickton was on the play, and that was either excellent time or he got there just a half step early. No flag.
That was close, and maybe the officials are thinking, okay, home field advantage, we'll give this to them. But he arrived what appeared to have been a split second before that. Let's take a look at this again. Accomando got popped pretty good on that play, but on the replay it looks as though they both arrived at the same time.
Hickton with a great play. Let's face it. And the officials don't think about doing stuff like that. Come on. It is 2nd down and a run play for USC, going nowhere for Sajansky.
Sajansky tried to take it up in the middle, and Saldut and company made a great pop on that play. They just clogged up the hole. There was nowhere for Sajansky to go on that.
Mid leader there again as well. Let's take another.
It's a straight hand up to Sajansky. He takes it to the left side of the center. And there was Greg Midleader. And I'll tell you what, Greg's a house. Greg is a house. He's 6'4", 300 pounds. You're not going to move that around too much.
Third down and long. Accomando wants